Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever felt like your brain is just stuck in a rut? Maybe you're caught in a loop of negative thoughts, or you find it hard to focus, or you just feel a bit off. We often think that changing our brain requires massive effort, like hours of meditation or intense therapy. But what if I told you that you could start rewiring your brain for more happiness, focus, and peace with tiny, almost effortless habits? Today, we're diving into 7 incredibly simple habits you can start literally right now that quietly, but powerfully, change the way your brain works. These aren't huge life overhauls. They're micro actions that fit into any schedule, and they are backed by neuroscience. So, if you're ready to make some positive changes without feeling overwhelmed, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Our first tiny habit is something you can do the next time you feel a strong emotion bubbling up. Just name it. This is called affect labeling. Let's say you're feeling a rush of anger or a wave of anxiety. Instead of getting swept away by it, just pause and say to yourself, "This is anger," or "I'm feeling anxious." It sounds almost too simple to work, right? But here's the science. A study by UCLA neuroscientist Matthew Lieberman found that when people put their feelings into words, it actually dials down the activity in the amygdala. The amygdala is like the brain's alarm system. It's what triggers that fight or flight response. When you label the emotion, you engage the prefrontal cortex, the more logical, thinking part of your brain. This act of labeling essentially tells your emotional brain, "Hey, I see you. I've got this." It creates a tiny bit of space between you and the feeling, so you're not consumed by it. You go from being the storm to being the observer of the storm. It doesn't make the feeling vanish, but it takes the edge off and gives you back a sense of control. So next time you're overwhelmed, just try it. Silently name the feeling. It's a 2-second habit that can completely change your relationship with your emotions. Habit number 2 is what I like to call a microdose of positive rewiring. Our brains have something called a negativity bias. It's an old survival mechanism that makes us pay more attention to bad things than good things. Think about it. If you get 10 compliments and 1 criticism, which one do you remember at the end of the day? Exactly. To counteract this, we need to intentionally focus on the good. So, here's the habit. Once a day, just once, deliberately pause and notice one small good thing. It could be the taste of your morning coffee, the warmth of the sun on your skin, a funny text from a friend, or the fact that you hit a green light. The key is to not just notice it, but to really savor it for about 15 to 20 seconds. Let the feeling of gratitude or pleasure sink in. What this does is build new neural pathways. You're training your brain to actively scan for and register positive experiences. Over time, this makes it more natural for your brain to notice the good stuff on its own. It's like building a little positivity muscle. You're not ignoring the bad, you're just balancing the scales. Start today. Find one tiny good thing and give it your full attention for just a few seconds. Next up, habit number 3, microsensory grounding. When you feel your mind racing or anxiety starts to creep in, it's often because you're lost in thoughts about the past or the future. This habit is a super fast way to pull yourself back to the present moment. It's based on the 5-4-3-2-1 technique, but we're going to simplify it even more. Just pick one of your 5 senses and focus on it intently for a few seconds. For example, just listen. What are 3 distinct sounds you can hear right now? Maybe it's the hum of your computer, a bird chirping outside, and the sound of your own breathing. Or focus on touch. What does the fabric of your shirt feel like against your skin? What's the temperature of the air? Or focus on sight. Find an object in the room and notice its details, its color, texture, and shape. By directing your full attention to a single sensory input, you interrupt the stream of anxious thoughts. It anchors your mind in the here and now, which is a place where anxiety about the future and regret about the past can't exist. This isn't meditation. It's a mental reset button you can press anytime, anywhere, without anyone even knowing you're doing it. Habit number 4 is all about creating microorder. Our external environment has a surprising impact on our internal mental state. A cluttered, chaotic space can contribute to a cluttered, chaotic mind. It increases our cognitive load because our brain is constantly processing all the stuff around us. Now, I'm not telling you to spend your weekend deep cleaning your entire house. The habit is much smaller. Tidy one thing. Just one. Maybe it's making your bed in the morning. Maybe it's clearing off one corner of your desk. Maybe it's just putting 3 things that are out of place back where they belong. The act of creating a small pocket of order provides a sense of accomplishment and control. It sends a signal to your brain that you can, in fact, manage your environment. This small win can create a positive ripple effect, reducing feelings of overwhelm and making it easier to tackle bigger tasks. It's a physical action that brings mental clarity. So, look around you right now. What's one tiny thing you can organize in less than 60 seconds? Go do that. You'll be surprised at the mental relief it provides. Our 5th tiny habit is designed to rebuild your brain's learning loop. It's called the one-page summary. Our brains are wired to learn and grow, but in our fast-paced world, we often consume information passively without really letting it sink in. We scroll through articles, watch videos, listen to podcasts, and then promptly forget most of it. This habit helps you cement new knowledge. At the end of the day, or after you learn something new, take out a single piece of paper or open a new note on your phone and spend just 5 minutes writing down the most important things you learned. Don't just copy things down. Try to summarize them in your own words. Explain the concept as if you were teaching it to someone else. This act of retrieval and rephrasing is incredibly powerful for memory and understanding. It forces your brain to engage with the material actively, building stronger neural connections around that new information. It shifts you from a passive consumer to an active learner. This not only helps you remember more, but also boosts your confidence and sense of competence. Try it tonight with what you're learning from this video. Habit number 6 is one of my personal favorites. Embrace the 2-minute rule. How often do we procrastinate on small tasks? We see a dish in the sink, an email that needs a quick reply, or shoes we need to put away, and we think, I'll do it later. But these small, undone tasks pile up in our minds, creating a constant, low-level hum of stress and a mental to-do list that never seems to shrink. The 2-minute rule, popularized by author David Allen, is simple. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. Don't put it on a list, don't schedule it for later, just do it now. Replying to that text? Do it now. Wiping down the counter? Do it now. Taking out the trash? Do it now. Every time you complete one of these small tasks, you get a tiny hit of dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. You're training your brain to associate action with reward, which builds momentum and makes it easier to start bigger tasks. It reduces procrastination by lowering the barrier to entry. It's not about doing a huge project. It's just about starting for 2 minutes. This small shift can fundamentally change your brain's response to tasks you'd normally put off. And finally, our 7th tiny habit, perform a micro-act of kindness. This isn't about grand, time-consuming gestures. It's about finding a small opportunity to do something nice for someone else. Let someone go ahead of you in line. Send a quick text to a friend telling them you appreciate them. Give a genuine compliment to a coworker or a barista. Hold the door open for someone. These small acts have a powerful 3-way effect. First, for the receiver, it's an unexpected moment of positivity. Second, for you, the giver, science shows that acts of kindness release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which fosters connection and trust, and it can also boost serotonin, which contributes to feelings of well-being and happiness. In a way, being kind is a natural antidepressant. Third, even for people who simply witness an act of kindness, it can create a positive feeling, what psychologists call moral elevation. You're literally creating a ripple of good in the world, and in the process, you're rewiring your brain to be more compassionate, more connected, and happier. It shifts your focus from your own problems to the well-being of others, which is a powerful antidote to anxiety and self-absorption. So there you have it, 7 tiny habits that can quietly but profoundly rewire your brain for the better. Let's do a quick recap. Name your emotions to reduce their power. Savor one small good thing each day. Use your senses to ground yourself in the present. Tidy one thing to create mental clarity. Summarize what you learned to make it stick. Use the 2-minute rule to beat procrastination. And perform a micro-act of kindness to boost happiness. The beauty of these habits is their size. They are too small to fail. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment or a burst of motivation. You can start right now, today. Pick 1 or 2 that resonate with you and give them a try. You might just be amazed at the big changes these tiny actions can bring. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please give this video a like and consider subscribing for more content on living a better, more intentional life. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which one of these habits are you going to try first? Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.